Hello, and
Welcome.
welcome to
Alternate
Fucking
Casuals.
What makes you
fucking
casual?
it don't matter.
What you know,
Fucking
All right, timer is running. Ultimate fucking casuals. We are back to talk the fights, and it is a big one. Nathan, Isaac, gentlemen, how casual are you feeling today?
Dude, sports is going crazy right now. It's a great time to be a casual.
Yeah, I'm feeling very casual, especially with these NBA finals happening and the World Cup. Obviously, been out of NBA since the Mavericks imploded, and I never watched any amount of soccer. So it's fun just to kind of kick back and kind of turn my brain off and just enjoy what's on.
Yeah.
How are the playoffs going for the NBA?
Dude, they've been crazy. They've been real crazy. As we're doing this right now, Knicks are up 2-1. The games have been insane. Like, they're coming down to like the last minute. And then we'll see today if Spurs tied up, see if they can make it 2-2 and go back to San Antonio.
I think the opening game of the World Cup is Mexico-South Africa.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, or as you're listening, the 11th at midday. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's I'm hyped for the World Cup. Should be some good games. There's always like it's like a clash, or not a clash, but like a mix of different cultures, and I don't know. Everyone's like coming over to like the U.S. And America, or the U.S. and Mexico, and they're just like trying different foods. Like you got people from Germany trying like Whataburger or Waffle House. It's pretty hilarious to see. Like their minds are blown.
I was about to say, have you seen that Freddy account on Twitter?
Yeah.
From Germany. Some people are saying it's got to be like a U.S. tourism psyop because he's like never made this. No one's ever made the South look as good as he has.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Yeah. It's wild.
Is that the dude that was like, I'm in Atlanta, but I feel like I'm in a forest? Or something like that?
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing. Yeah, they've been seeing... You got people like all over. And like, the temperatures are getting like hot as hell over here. Some of these Europeans aren't used to it. Especially like down south. They're having some interesting reactions to everything.
That Freddy guy you mentioned, or that you said had the little rainforest post, he got freaking JJ Watt to like put him up in I guess his home or something when he's visiting in Houston.
What?
I guess we should
That's
start
crazy.
live tweeting our travels. There's an
nuts.
off chance we'll get famous off it, and then star athletes will start inviting us over.
Yeah, that's insane.
Texas barbecue, though. I'm sure that's going to hit real hard.
I'll blow their minds, yeah.
We were talking about this briefly before we started. The MMA 2 vs 8. What are we doing now? Like that, I felt myself the casualness rising as I was watching. It's like two fucking heavyweight muscle monsters versus 8 average Joes, and it was
pushing the limits of what the human beings or human fighting can achieve. I think with that,
I think this is science. This is a form of science. Like I'm down to see these periodically, like as long as it doesn't get like too ridiculous. But yeah, it is. It's always like whenever I see these, like as I'm on social media, they're always like funny to watch.
One that I used to enjoy was the Team Combat League. I think it was a 5v5. Pretty much the first team to lose a person, that's the team that's gonna lose.
Oh damn, yeah. That makes sense. You got a clutch.
Yeah, once you get the first person out, then you just start double teaming whoever else.
Hmm.
But enough of the silly stuff and other sports. We have a little bit of boxing to talk. Did you guys catch Dimitri Bivol return against Michael Eifert?
Yes, I watched it.
Oof.
Yeah, I just saw a little bit of the highlights. I mean, that was kind of a one of those boxing fights. It's more of a foregone conclusion. It's like unless someone messed up in Beevil's camp, like this is a tune-up fight. And I mean, he looked good, but we just got the highlights for that one.
Yeah, I was expecting a finish. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I obviously had never seen the Eifert guy, Mike Eifert, fight before. But I was like, oh, he's gonna want to make a statement. He just had back surgery. He's coming back, but man, he dropped him over like in the first round.
Yeah.
Like really hard. But then just didn't. I mean, he won like super clearly, but yeah, I was hoping it would not go to decision, especially because optimally, or what the fans want is like this is the lead up into either a Benavidez fight or the Better BF trilogy. So I was hoping like for a little bit more of a stamped victory, but
Yeah,
it is what it is.
this is also kind of like who Bivol is. Like this is the reason that a lot of people didn't pick him versus Canelo, like, and why people had reservations about him, because he'd go 12 with some random guy you never knew. And since then he's proven himself as like the kind of boxer that like he understands the assignment. Like Crawford had several fights like this where wow, that went a lot longer than it should have, or he should have stopped this guy in the first couple rounds. But like he more than proved that on the biggest stage he shines the brightest, and Beevil's the same way.
Yeah, I mean he's getting he's doing whatever he needs to get that victory. I mean to him a knockout victory is not worth more than a win by decision. So I mean, and yeah, I mean it is true to a certain point.
I think what makes this, it was a decision, and like you, Isaac, I was hoping for, after the first round, I was hoping for a stoppage, or at least that Bivol would push the tempo a little bit. But throughout 12 rounds, he held Michael Eifert to 12 connected punches total. That is a freakish statistic.
Yeah, I mean just
That's nuts.
completely different level of boxing. Like, I mean, as you said, Leo, like this was purely a tune-up fight, just to see get his body some rounds in boxing post surgery before like a more serious opponent came in. But it's out of the way at least. And yeah, I mean, hopefully it's a Benavidez fight, but we'll see what they do.
It's looking like it's going to be the Better BF trilogy, unfortunately.
Yeah, if I was to bet money, that's probably what I'd say, just purely because I think Turkey wants this trilogy, but
it looks like the Russians are going to be paying for it. Not.
Oh, there's not going to be any Saudi involvement?
I don't think it's the Saudis this time. The Russians want
intriguing.
They want their show.
That is intriguing. I mean, I guess they just did the Eifert fight there. Yeah, I mean they both are Russian, so I mean it sort of makes sense. It's definitely better than having it in Saudi.
Oh,
I'll say that at least. I mean, it's at least their like home country.
I think the common consensus over on the boxing side of our little Lux Media family is that Beevil's up 2-0, regardless of what the official accounts are. It's Beevil's up 2-0. There's really no need for a trilogy.
Yeah, the trilogy could never, like, if it didn't happen, I would not be pressed whatsoever. Like my questions have been answered.
Right.
Like in just the first two fights alone. It's like one of those. I'm gonna watch it if they do it, but I don't expect it to go any differently.
Yeah, the good news is that fight would still be really, really good. At least I would think. I unless I guess this is a real possibility that Beterbiev ages overnight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
he's
the
old
concern.
now.
He's in his 40s.
He's been out. He's been out for some time now, right? Like he hasn't fought.
He's not fought since. Yeah, he's not fought since.
Yeah,
Since
it's like
the-
what, 2 years now?
I think it's
We're
like a
coming
year
up
and
on
a
2 years?
half.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. Are there rumors for like a date? I would imagine end of year, but there's nothing like rumored right now, right?
All I've really heard is that the Russians are going to pay for it to have it in Moscow.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Yeah, man, Benavidez once again sidelined. Damn.
One coming up this weekend, Bam Rodriguez versus Antonio Vargas. Bam has officially dropped his 115 belts as he moves up to 118 to challenge for one of the titles. I mentioned this one because I'm going to be there. I'm really fucking excited about it. I think this is the third, maybe fourth Bam fight I've seen.
Where's it gonna be?
It's in Phoenix.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's awesome, yeah. Yeah, I'm expecting. I mean, this is huge. Like Bam moving up. You know, this could potentially. You know, there's been rumors. You know, if he wins this fight, it could set up some interesting. You know, some interesting fights with potentially some Japanese fighters, Takuma, Nakatani in a way or whatever. You know, in the near future.
Yeah, Bam has mentioned Takuma as his desired first.
Yeah,
First,
that makes sense.
If he wins, he wants to fight Takuma first, and then they'll talk about Naoya after that.
It makes sense, yeah. Like it sort of builds a storyline, and you can start to make him into a villain for the Japanese fans potentially.
But yeah, by the time you're listening to this, the Boxing B-Sides and Boxing Before Dark, both of those are out. So have a look at those if you want to hear more boxing chatter.
Check them out. Shout out Sauce. Shout out Frost. Shanada. Shout out.
Into some MMA news. UFC 330. This is confirmed, right? It's going to be Islam versus Ian Gary for the main event.
So, yes, I think that fight and Bahalio Pfeiffer were the only two that were announced directly by the UFC. But it's not, like, tickets aren't out yet. Like, I've been looking, like, whenever they post it, but tickets aren't out. And I don't think there's, like, an actual date as well. Or, like, at least, like, a confirmed, like, UFC post for a date.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen anything, like, official, but it's looking like August in Philly. We do have Islam versus Ian Gary. Caio Borralho is out on injury. So I'm thinking they're going to fight Pfeiffer another opponent.
Got to. If they can get Sean Brady on this card too, that would be heat. 2 Philly fighters.
Oh, you got to have him on there.
That would make a lot of sense.
Has to make sense, yeah. You must. I mean, Sean Brady is like towards the top of the welterweight division too. So yeah, it would absolutely make sense.
And I did see a little, I think this is a little bit more of a rumor, but Yuri Proska versus Paulo Costa on this one.
Man,
Oh,
I was a huge Yuri fan, bro, but I'm really just, I don't know how to feel anymore after that last fight. Like, I'm gonna need to see him, like, do. I'm still in disbelief he lost that fight. But I mean, yeah, right back into the ring there with Paulo Costa. That fight is real. Costa just got a really big win. Who was it against? Who was it? It was a big win at light heavyweight. Oh, who was it? No, I can't remember. I blanked on that. It was an up and coming.
Oh, he fucked up the Russian guy, like Asmanov, not
Yeah.
Asmanov.
Where's
but
Akinov?
It starts in A. Yes.
Yeah, I mean that was a huge win. I'm pretty sure he was like a decent underdog going into that too. And the other dude was on a nice win streak. But yeah, I mean that would be a good fight. I mean that's a guaranteed fun fight. Like I can tell you right now, if that fight's real and they book it, like that's one of the fight of the night contenders.
He was undefeated going into that.
No, yeah, it was a huge win for Costa, and it like came out of nowhere too. I mean, that was like some vintage Costa stuff. I mean, he looked really good.
So yeah, that's on the rumor mill. Also on the rumor mill, Volkanovski versus Movsar later in the year, potentially September, is the rumor I'm hearing. So Volk has said multiple times he wants his number one contender to get his title shot. Like he's like, this is my obligation as a champion.
It's gotta be, it's gotta be Movsar. We'll see what happens with Volkanovski, man. I feel like he doesn't have. He's probably one of those fighters that's gonna like keep going until like someone forcefully removes him. But I mean, he can't have too many left in him. He's getting up there in age. His IQ is really just like carrying him here. You know, late into his career, it's carrying him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make kind of a bold statement here, but like this is kind of a test to see if the UFC is still got that that competitive spirit in them. Kind of the thing that differentiated it from boxing was that we're gonna make the contenders. The contenders are fighting high-ranked contenders, or they're fighting the champions. Like none of this, like, hey, we got to have a tune-up fight or a rest fight every other, or a circus fight, you know, every other fight. And so, like, if Movsar gets passed over again, like that's it for me. Like I don't believe that they operate under, because like, what are we doing here? He's been in line for so long now, so. I don't know. It's got to happen. That may be a bit of a dramatic statement, but I do feel I feel bad on that one. And I'm not even like a Movsar fan. I just want to see Volk prove himself, you know, against another worthy opponent. I don't want to see him fighting someone who he's already beaten, you know?
Nightmare scenario. Diego Lopez beats Steve Garcia at the White House event. UFC trilogy. Volkanovski Lopez.
Oh my God.
That's what the fans want
at
to
that
see.
Point, the featherweight division would become a joke if they did that. I mean, I think there would just be, that would breed a ton of Lopez haters at that point.
And it wouldn't even be his fault.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, of course he's going to say yes.
Yeah, he's going to fight the fight, but it's not his fault that it got made.
Yeah, but hopefully it is Movsar. Hopefully it is. Dude's on a crazy win streak.
Yeah, I think... Who was it? If Movsar doesn't get the fight, then I think it's gonna reinforce what Usman Nurmagomedov said, that UFC is not you don't get title shots on merit.
Yeah, I mean, at that point it's becoming like, okay, so this is purely like not the best fighting the best anymore. It's popularity, the most popular one. Which is, you know, it's a different thing altogether.
I think I saw that the Volkanovski Movsar event, I think it would be a numbered event in LA. I think I saw the Intuit Dome. I think that's LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah.
It'd be an interesting place to put it, but
yeah.
Okay.
I'm really shocked. It's just a rumor, but it's still surprising to hear that it's not Australia. Moving on to Real American Freestyle Georgia on July 11th. Marab versus Cejudo will be headlining. Arman continues to complete the side quests. He's facing Kuat Kamitov.
The RAF, man, they're booking a ton of fights.
That's definitely carving out a niche. It's carving out a good niche because you're able to get, you know, stars or well-known fighters, talented fighters, and other promotions without too much trouble. Because it's just, look, you can grapple a lot more than you can, you know, spar or punch each other in the head. You know, a lot more longevity in that.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing we're seeing a lot of these older UFC fighters like move over to compete, and like they're having success. I mean, we saw Kobe Covington. He beat Dylan Dennis, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it like you said, it definitely is like a new like niche type thing. I mean, it gives the older people something to do where they can be competitive and not put their like brain on the line.
There's a working relationship with UFC and RAF, and they also have a connection with I think it's called Hype Jiu-Jitsu or something like that, where I think Mofsar recently competed there. Armand's recently competed there. It's a BJJ kind of, it's almost exclusively BJJ. But yeah, Armand has been just punching out the wins over and over. Vladislav Chepo signs with UFC. He'll be debuting on the Belgrade card. I forgot what his significance is. July 18th, the PFL card. The headline has changed. It's now going to be Johnny Eblen versus Impa Kasanganay in a rematch.
Yeah, it'll be a good fight. I was sort of hoping to see the rematch, but was it? He got injured. Spence finished it.
Yeah.
Rip.
Also on that card, featherweight, Jesus Pinedo versus Levi Saul Marroquin, who's making his PFL debut. And last bit, Glory heavyweight contender Levi Richters is going to be transitioning to MMA. I think he's also Dutch. A Dutch Glory heavyweight kickboxer.
Oh, okay.
But that's all we got for the news on this one. Unless there's anything I missed. All right.
That's all we got.
Really quickly, the social media handle, LVX Media Net. Follow us on all your favorite shit. Wherever you're listening, hit us with a rating. Really helps move us up the accursed search algorithm. And if you're feeling a little extra, hit the share button. Drop us into your fucking group chat. Put us in with your MMA peeps. And if you want some ad-free stuff, a little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff, lvx.be/Patreon. Think about everything you've done online today. Your private emails, your bank logins, photos that you backed up, and every site that you visited. Now think about how many companies are quietly watching, logging, and selling that information to the highest bidder. In the modern world, your digital footprint is being tracked at every turn. It's time to take back your privacy with the Proton Suite. Most companies offer a single tool and call it security, but Proton is different. It's a complete privacy-centric ecosystem designed to build a fortress around your digital life while having a suite of tools that all work together to ease your digital life. With one subscription, you get a lightning-fast VPN to mask your location, fully encrypted cloud storage for your most important data, and a secure email service that keeps your conversations private. There's also a high-end password manager to ensure you never have to reuse a weak password again. Everything is protected with zero-knowledge encryption, which means only you have the keys. Not even Proton can see what's inside your stuff. Stop being the product and start being the owner of your data. Go to lvx.be/Proton and get your first month free when you sign up with our link. lvx.be/PROTON. Do you ever feel like you're staring at your screen through a thick layer of fog? You've got the coffee, you've got the to-do list, but your brain just isn't clicking into gear. Most of us just reach for another hit of caffeine, but that usually just leads to a crash, not a breakthrough. It's time to upgrade your cognitive fuel with psilocybin. This isn't just another supplement, it's a powerhouse of magical mushrooms that's been used for centuries to support mental clarity. It's the key weapon for anyone who needs to stay sharp and focused for the long haul. Psilocybin works by supporting your brain's natural ability to grow and repair neurons. We're talking improved memory, sharper concentration, and a steady flow of mental energy that doesn't leave you jittering, just alert. Whether you're grinding through a complex project, studying for a big exam, or you're just trying to stay locked in on what you're doing, this is the clarity you've been looking for. Stop struggling with the fog and start tapping into your full potential. Go to lvx.be/soul, get 30% off your order, help us out a little bit in the process. That's lvx.be/soul. All right, recaps. We're going to go kind of quickly because we've got the big one coming up, and I want to devote a lot of time to it. Let's see. Friday, May 29th, One Friday Fights 156. On the paid portion, the Ondash brothers, Abdallah and Ramadan, had first Abdallah had a really fucking amazing knockout, and Ramadan had a like fight of the year contender with Suryan Lek. In the regular portion, Yoshida Kosei, big knockout in 3. Bakcho, knockout in 2. And headlining, Kongsuk, knockout over Kakimov Aninson. UFC Macau on Saturday, May 30th. Oof. The main portion was really good. A few that stood out to me on the prelims. Jacqueline Amorim submitting Loma, Lukbunmi. Rodrigo Vera stopping Ju Kangjae. Oh man. Jing Nangjung, the 1FC MMA champ that recently signed with UFC, got beat by Angela Hill. China was not having a good time.
It was actually a bit wild. But yeah, Angela Hill, man, she's one of those like old ass gatekeepers. She's been here forever.
Just looks really shitty that like a 1FC, like a champion, crosses over and doesn't even get past the gatekeeper.
Exactly. That's the point. It helps the UFC either way.
Ray Suruya submits Luis Gurule. That was a good one. Cody Haddon stopping Aurori Chilang. Those are the ones that stood out to me.
Yeah, on the prelims,
Yeah, on the prelims. Alex Perez, no contest with Sumu Derji. What was it? The nut kick?
Yeah, again. And they had the bucket in front of him. I don't know if he actually threw up this time. I know Garbrandt did whenever he got kicked. But yeah, he was out. Yet again, the cup was not enough.
They were saying, like the broadcast team, I remember they were saying that it was just saliva. But, I mean, the dude's warming up for a fight. Like, he hadn't eaten recently. So, I'm not sure what he's going to throw up.
Well, you know how it is as well. Like, when you're about to throw up, you start to salivate a lot. So it's like
right.
It's weird, yeah.
Jake Matthews, UD over Carlston Harris. Kai Asakura stops Cameron Smotherman in 1.
Huge win. Exactly the type of win he needed. Going into a new weight division. He was saying that the weight cuts were too much down at flyweight. I mean, he is pretty big. But man, he looked good. Smotherman isn't like trash either.
Smotherman was on a tear.
Smotherman, yeah. He's been in some wars. He's, gotten some really big knockouts.
He's tested.
The fights.
Tested, yeah. And Asakura just dispatched him. I mean, some really nice punches. I mean, Kai has some serious power, even at bantamweight. I feel like I think UFC need to be a little bit like, at least for a few fights, be a little bit careful how they match him. Give him some like striking matches. Try to like build some confidence in the UFC. But yeah, I mean that was really good. That was a really good win for Kai.
Sergey Pavlovich stops Taliesin Teixeira in the first.
And this is another really big turnaround because Pavlovich, he's been winning, but like, you know, boring ass decisions. And he was a guy who at one point he had one of the longest knockout streaks I think a heavyweight has ever had in the UFC. And so for him to finally get one back, I mean, that's exactly what we needed to see to like understand, yeah, he's contender again.
Yeah, I mean, huge knockout. You could tell he came out different in this fight, and he did what he always. I mean, this is a Pavlovich we remember. Teixeira, you know, he's a big dude at the very least. You know, heavyweight's a little bit in dire straits right now, but this is a good win for Pavlovich.
Alonzo Menefield stops Zhang Ningyan. I was a little disappointed in Zhang. I was hoping the Mountain Tiger?
Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy, bro. Like, both of these dudes, I mean, we knew it was going to be guaranteed, like, action.
Of course.
Like, it's just how they fight. They just, like, both came in, standing and banging. Zhang hurt Menefield first. Like, Menefield was really hurt, in like, I forget exactly, like, how long into the first round. But, I don't know, Zhang just, you know, he couldn't find a way to finish. Menefield came back, rocked Zhang, and you know, Zhang couldn't recover the same way that Menefield did. It was over quick. But yeah, dude, this was a rough, like up until this point, like the atmosphere for Chinese fighters was like really tough. Just like all losses, straight up every Chinese fighter had lost.
Yeah, after Zhang had Menefield buzzed, he couldn't get the finish, and then Menefield was just throwing fucking missiles, trying to keep himself in the fight. Yeah, and then he
Menefield's a dog. I mean, Menefield's been in a lot of like similar battles just like that. I mean, I guess he just had that little bit more experience on how to, you know, survive being hurt, what to do, and everything. I mean, he got the win.
Also got the win, Song Yadong, the only Chinese fighter to get the dub, submits Davison Figueiredo in the second.
Yeah.
Fig looked his age, right?
Yeah, I mean, part of this, you have to sort of grade on the curve here just because Figgy is old. Like this, a win over a name like Figgy isn't going to carry the same weight right now that it did, like, 4 or 5 years ago. But it's still a decent win. I mean, the way he broke him down was pretty nice. Song like chopped his legs out. Figgy ended up having to like panic wrestle at some point. And I mean, he hopped in a good guillotine. I mean, super tight. But normally Figgy's like really good at like the ground game, avoiding submissions. But this time he just, I mean, I guess his legs were just so hurt that he had to go for like a dangerous takedown. But I mean, a good win for Song. And I mean, I'm not sure. Is it time for Figgy to retire?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's wraps, I think.
This is a clear-cut case, so you don't got it anymore, buddy.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, it's like one of those, he could stay, but like, I mean, you're taking damage now, and like, you're not going to get another title shot.
You're staying to
he got close. He got close like a year and a half ago.
That is what the deal would be. Excuse me. He's basically sitting around not fighting contenders until some up and comer comes and knocks his head off.
Them's the breaks, though. Like that's how it goes. He's in his late 30s, right?
Yeah, he's old. He's real old. He's like 38.
Oof. But yeah, that was UFC Macau.
Hell of a career, man.
Yeah, fucking.
I mean, had his legendary war with Brandon Moreno. He was a extremely dominant champion for a period of time. Like he looked invincible for a couple fights. I mean, he was ragdolling people. But it all comes to an end at some point. Father Time wins eventually.
I think the one way that Davison could beat Father Time is to not let himself be turned into fucking stew. Just getting pieced up over
absolutely.
and over again. Call it quits on your own terms, dude. There's still UFC, BJJ, RAF is taking people. You can still compete.
You could maybe do RAF, yeah. Do some decent wrestling.
But yeah, that's UFC Macau. Unless you guys got anything more.
It's a good little fight card. Something good to wake up in the mornings.
Let's see here. If you would like to join us in the chat, lvx.be/discord. We get together on fight nights. There's an MMA specific subsection, so you don't have to hang out with all the boxing nerds if you don't want to. Let's see.
Join us.
The phone line, 833-589-7637. Hit me up in WhatsApp. What did you think of Song Yadong's win? Or about the Chinese going fucking 1-6? 833 Lux Pods. And last thing, a calendar for all your MMA needs. lvxmedia.net/MMA. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. After spending 6 years in the military and throughout my life since, I've tried my fair share of energy drinks. All the different brands, all the different flavors, and it took some time to find a favorite. But if you're looking for an alternative to the energy drink jitters and skipping the morning trip to the coffee shop, then you need to try Dubby. Dubby is a powdered energy drink that replaces other caffeine beverages. It contains 0 maltodextrin, 0 fillers, 0 artificial colors or dyes, and no proprietary blends. The star of the show is the coffee fruit extract, which helps with focus without the jitters or crash. Go to lvx.be/dubby and check out all the different flavors. I got Tiger's Blood. It's like a strawberry coconut kind of mix, but I'm definitely going to be sampling the catalog to find the flavor that I like best. We've partnered with Dubby to get that locked in feeling that helps us focus on what we do best. Whether you're getting dialed in for work or getting dialed in for Saturday night fights, let Dubby be your fuel. Go to lvx.be/dubby to shop the flavors, get yourself a nice discount, and help us out in the process. That's lvx.be/dubby. Let's be real. Building or rebuilding credit can feel like trying to open a door that's already locked. You need credit to get credit, right? It's a loop that doesn't make much sense. So, meet Current. It's the key that actually fits into that lock. Current doesn't just help you build your future, it helps you handle your right here and now. Unlike most secured cards that lock your cash away, Current offers a cash advance feature that's available on qualified direct deposits. Because life doesn't wait for your credit score to go up before the card needs a repair or the electric bill needs to be paid, Current loves to give a good head start by putting money back in your pocket. Set up a qualified direct deposit of $200 or more with Current, and you'll get a $100 bonus right to your account. It's $100 just for signing up. No jumping through hoops, no hidden traps, just a path to better credit, cash when you need it, and $100 to kick things off. Go to lvx.be/current and get signed up today, or use referral code LEONARDA798. All right, previews. Some stuff to knock out quickly. Friday, June 12th. One Friday Fights 158. I'll stop talking about them when they stop doing them. Saturday, June 13th. RAF 10. This one has the bantamweight title Austin DeSanto versus Ranieri Ortega. The interim strawweight title, Lucia Yepes versus Kendra Ryan. Aaron Pico is wrestling Lance Palmer. Arman Sarukian is wrestling Tony Ferguson. And Khamzat Shemaev is facing Dylan Dennis.
It's actually wild. Like,
Oh,
the
top,
names,
top two
bro.
is crazy. Yeah, I was about to say, like, this is a RAF is here to stay, man. That's a legitimate lineup.
Yeah. I gotta say, Khamzat versus Dennis. It just feels like it's gonna be a demolition. On Khamzat's
We're signing
part.
up.
But yeah, I mean,
You're not watching a fight. You're watching a molestation. That's what you're getting out of that.
well, like especially after he just lost. Like, I mean, he's gonna be looking to dismantle this dude. And then Tony Ferguson, man, he's still going strong. Taking on a Titan and Arman Sarukian. That's crazy matchmaking. But yeah, and I don't know what Aaron Pico is doing here. He's like, I mean, he's still in the UFC. He just got a win not that long ago. I mean, I guess he's just trying to stay active, I guess. Collecting checks.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
PFL Africa 2. This one will be in Nigeria. They're having, like, the tournament bracket is taking place, but I didn't get all of them. I couldn't get all of them. So I just got Wasi Adesina of Nigeria versus Ignacio Campos from Spain. Patrick Ocheme, Nigeria, versus Octave Ayinda from Cameroon. Miracle Chapito versus Zambia versus Heidi Ahmed from Egypt. And this is why we're here. Cue the music, lights, curtains.
Bruh.
Sunday, June 14th, UFC Freedom 250 at the White House on Paramount Plus.
We've been talking about this for like a year and a half now, and it's finally fight week. Man, I'm so excited about this. So just initially, what are your guys' thoughts?
My initial thought is, and maybe we should have seen around the corner for this a little bit better, but like, what's the weather going to be? Because I think there is a chance of thunderstorms, and obviously if that happens, I think there is going to be a cover, but I remember Usyk had a fight it was the first Dubois fight where it was, outdoor covered, but he was still slipping on the edges of the ring. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. I am also interested in just the outdoor event, even if it's clear, like what's the humidity going to be like? Because that's going to separate the boys from the men in terms of cardio. Like, who's used to fighting in a 65-degree arena versus out in the sweltering heat? Like, that could seriously change the outcome of some of these fights, especially if they go the distance.
Dude, Derek Lewis in like a humid and hot day. Come on now, that dude's gonna overheat in
The
like
promo
30
writes
seconds.
itself.
Yeah. All right, this is actually I looked up on my phone. Like, obviously this is like Apple weather, so it might not be correct. But Friday there's thunderstorms. Sunday there's thunderstorms, but apparently Saturday is sunny. 31 degrees Celsius. So, I mean, the weather app is a bit weird because Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday all rain, but Saturday all sunny. I mean, we'll see. Obviously, it's still like days out. It might be inaccurate, but that's a bit wild if true. Hopefully, it doesn't rain.
I guess Trump called in the weather controller technology to make sure his event could happen.
Yeah, I'm wondering, do they have a backup plan though, or is it like if it rains, are they just like waiting until it stops raining and then going back out?
I think their archway is going to have some kind of like canvas or whatever over it, so they would have some cover. But I guess if it was thundering, they would just wait. Get fights at like 3 a.m.
Oh man, that would be rough. Yeah. I mean, we'd have to stay up though, right? We have to.
Oh yeah,
But
no
it'd be
question.
rough for the fighters too, man. I mean, like fighting at 3 a.m. I mean, especially like I mean, if they can prepare for it, I guess it's another thing. But I think if it's just out of the blue, that would be insane. But yeah, all right, we got to break down these fights now.
It's gonna be 95 degrees on Sunday. In Washington D.C., I know that there's like the gimmick, like the drain the swamp gimmick, but it's a fucking swamp. I've been to D.C.
That
many
swamp
times.
weather.
It is a straight up swamp.
That swamp.
That is gonna suck balls. Yeah, but to the fights. I think kicking us off is Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it's gonna be a fun fight. Both of them are strikers. I actually haven't seen. I think I've seen him fight a few times, but like I don't know. I haven't really like studied Steve Garcia. I gotta imagine Lopez is gonna beat him, like just his pressure and power. But I mean, we'll see if maybe Garcia can use some technique to. I mean, because Lopez is beatable. If you've got like some decent, I mean, we saw Silva do it. Volk obviously did it. Like if you've got some like educated striking, I mean, you can't beat him. But it's gonna be a fun fight. It's a nice opener. Lopez fights are always nice.
He looks funny with the emo haircut and the mustache.
Yeah, the haircut is hilarious, man. Yeah, I'm sort of shocked he likes it, but at this point, it's just part of his identity now. He can't get rid of it.
Moving up, Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dalkaus.
I mean, it's a setup fight, like plain as day, a setup fight to like put Bo Nickel on the big stage. Kyle Dalkaus, he just got back into the UFC, beat Pereira, got a good run over him. He's not gonna just roll over, he's gonna try to come win, but it would be very hilarious if he played spoiler to Bo Nickel. I mean, we'll see. I sincerely doubt it. I feel like Bo's striking has gotten better. Obviously, the wrestling game is phenomenal. But yeah, now is the time for Bo to shine. Like, let's get a finish here, put some nice striking together, and put Dalkaus out. The lights are on, Bo Nickel.
And Kyle even is a step up compared to most of Bo's competition, right? He's not had the one really elite fight he had was against a Ritter, and he got stopped in that one. So he's still looking for his moment. And I mean, hell, part of this is like repping the country, right? Because there aren't, as we'll get down this card, most of the Americans are favored to lose. And so if we don't get a Bo Nickel win here, we might have our 250 celebration with no American winners here. So he really needs to come through, if nothing else than for that.
Yeah.
Well, he was a NCAA champion, right? Like national champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
He had,
really
really
good
big.
wrestler.
So he's
Really
felt
big.
the weight of the nation on his shoulders before. I have hope that Bo Nickel, I have faith he'll rise to the occasion.
Gotta get the win.
Yeah.
Got to.
Mauricio Hufi versus Michael Chandler. I can see why the American is not favored in this one.
Yeah, I mean,
Is there any shot that Chandler has to win this? I mean, I know we've written him off at this point, especially after the Patty loss, but if anything, Rufi's going to fight the way that he wants, right? Like, they're going to stand and bang. That's the only thing Chandler wants to do these days is that.
well, that's the thing though. Like, he has power. Like, Chandler obviously has power. If he lands, I'm not gonna say he has a 0% chance to win. We've seen Mauricio Hufi lose as well. But when it comes to the striking, Hufi's as far as technique is concerned, Hufi is on a different level. He's just a way better striker. I would imagine he's gonna win. Probably will pick apart Chandler at a distance, but we'll see. I mean, maybe Chandler comes in like a freight train, just looking to knock him out. Maybe he lands something, clips Hoofy, puts him down, and like, finishes him on the ground. We'll see. But I expect Hoofy to sort of do what he wants on the feet. But again, a good fight, a striking fight. I'm excited to see this one too.
I think to your point about Hoofy being the more technical striker, I mean, if Chandler wants to win, he has to make it like just a dogfight. He has to make it as gross as phone bookie as possible.
It's gonna have to be one of those things where like he's gonna have to take like a few of Hoofy's shots if he wants to get inside, and like I mean, like you said, make it a dogfight. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, but it should be a fun fight. I expect Chandler's going to do everything he can to win, obviously. I mean, more than anything, this is probably the fight he wants to win the most. You know, it being at the White House, especially now that he's not getting that Conor McGregor fight.
There's still time. It's still possible.
He's got one fight. Conor McGregor has one fight left. Will it happen?
Newly discovered sensation Josh Hokett versus the old favorite Derek Lewis. I think is this the one fight where it's guaranteed where the American is favored to win?
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
both American, right? Yeah.
American is gonna win.
Yeah, the American's gonna win this one.
I've got to imagine Hokett's gonna win here, right? He's got to. But like I mean, it's a similar situation. Lewis has that power. His cardio is shot, so I mean, he's really only got like one round in him, maybe like half a round. But if he lands, I mean, I can tell you this: Lewis has more power than Curtis Blades, and we saw Blades rock Hokett, so we'll see. But I mean, Hokett has crazy cardio. If this goes past the first round, he's cooked. Lewis is cooked.
The reach difference is crazy. It's 5.5 difference to Lewis.
In favor of Lewis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. I think with this fight, I mean, a big thing too is like, what on earth is Hokett's state? Because he got really badly hurt multiple times against Blades. And so like, you know, Lewis only has to hit him once. He'd only have to hit him once if they were fully fresh. But like, you know, we're about to see what kind of a menace Hokett is. Because if he comes through and does the same thing he did to Blades as he did to Lewis. Now, granted, Lewis is, you know, a lot more aged. He's not a contender anymore. But still, if he did something like that to Lewis on this stage, that would be pretty impressive in my book. Coming off that war.
Hokett, his last weight, he came in just under 235. Lewis came in just under 264. That's a really big weight difference. Hokett is 6'1", Lewis is 6'3". But that is a lot of weight difference.
If this was a prime Lewis, like we're talking about years ago, years and years ago, I would actually favor Lewis. Like purely, I mean, like what you just said, the size difference. Lewis has nuclear power. Hokett gets hit a decent amount, and Lewis is like one of the last people you want to get hit by. So I would actually favor Lewis like all those years ago, but nowadays I just feel like he's not gonna be able to land in time within his like, you know, however long his stamina will last. I feel like he's not gonna be able to land huge, and Hokett has to know that coming in. And I would imagine they probably incorporated a way to drain Lewis's stamina a bit more, just for the fact that, like, you know, Hokett is coming out of a war, like a recent war. So he's got to be somewhat careful. I mean, I would imagine his chin is probably a little bit more susceptible at the moment. I mean, he took a crazy amount of damage in his last fight. Yeah, I mean, that part actually does make the fight a bit more intriguing. Like the fact that he just came out of a war with Curtis Blades.
Survived the first round. And he's yours for the pickings.
Yeah, I mean,
would say
Lewis.
so.
Lewis, I mean, he's looked his age and a bit more, I'd say, in his last few fights. I mean, we've seen him finished as well. I mean, Tai 12 also finished him, man.
He finished Derek Lewis.
Yeah,
Oh, that woof.
yeah, yeah.
That's fucking bad. Yeah, my I'm not that concerned for Hokit anymore. He's I think he's gonna be fine.
Well, this is also the fight that could be most affected by supreme humidity or weird weather stuff going on. It would be this fight. So this is kind of a wild card. I think Hokit wins, but like not shocked at all if Lewis somehow won.
Moving up, we have Sean O'Malley versus Ayman Zahabi. Zahabi's an older
Interesting
right?
fight. Yeah, older, but on a decent win streak. And he's been sort of difficult to put away. Like, he's been hurt in a few of his fights, but just very good at surviving and finding ways to win. But I'd have to imagine here. Oh, yet again, I mean, this is sort of, I say this in most O'Malley fights that aren't against Merab. I have to imagine he's gonna find a way to land his right hand. I mean, the dude's a sniper. He's got some serious power. Like, I know Zahabi has survived, but O'Malley is a more composed finisher than a lot of Zahabi's previous opponents. I've got to imagine O'Malley wins this. I mean, this is, like, I don't think this is a setup fight, but it's one of those, like, fights that UFC, I mean, I'll just say it's a friendly matchup for O'Malley. It's not like he's fighting Umar or someone like that. It's a nice matchup for O'Malley.
3.5-inch reach advantage for O'Malley.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to help even more. He's taller. He's taller, right?
3 inches taller.
Yeah. And Zahabi's older. I mean, all the physical advantages are there for O'Malley. Like, he's got power advantage, speed advantage. I mean, he's, like, on paper, he should win this fight. And I think he will. But, I mean, we'll see. Zahabi, he seems annoying to fight.
I think this is a perfect Sugar Sean setup. Like, he's gonna put really put the hurt on Zahabi. This is probably the fight I'm most confident about is Sean knocking out Zahabi. Like, first round,
Yeah.
early second round, it's not gonna take long.
Yeah, I would be surprised if O'Malley lost this fight. Like, that would actually shock me, like, a decent amount. But yeah, I don't think that happens.
Moving up, the interim heavyweight title on the line. Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane.
Man, maybe the fight I'm looking forward to the most in terms of what it means. Alex Pereira won a title at middleweight division, won a title in the light heavyweight division twice. Now moving up to potentially win a title at the heavyweight division. I know it's an interim, but honestly, the fact that you're even winning a title in a third division, I would count it. I would absolutely count it. Gane is a legit opponent. Like, he's not some shitter heavyweight. Like, they're not just setting up a 3-division championship win for him. This is a hard fight. A very, very good co-main event. I'm actually a bit surprised it's a co-main event. But yeah, this is a huge fight. I mean, you can potentially see MMA history live on Sunday. If Alex Pereira gets a win, it would be huge. It's probably the fight I'm most excited about. I hope he does it. I saw some footage of him hitting some pads today, and he looks huge. They said he weighs 258. in fight week. I mean, this is someone that fought at 185, like what was that, like 5-6 years ago? Not even actually, right? Not even.
It was more recent than
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 years ago, or something like that. I mean, he looks massive, massive. Like he doesn't look fat, but this is like, I mean, just a ton of muscle on him. The pads, we knew he has power. I mean, even down at like 185, but now with no weight cut, he has that added weight on. I mean, the power is just, it seems nuclear. I think his power is going to carry up to heavyweight. And what's it called? The only thing is, his speed concerns me. The pads, his pad hitting seemed very slow. It'll be one of those things where I think I honestly favor Gon to win. But if Pereira can win, and we know he's a very educated striker, so it's not going to be like a luck thing. It's a thing. It's a matter of timing. If Pereira can set him up. But if he can land on Gon, I feel like he will actually hurt him. We saw Gon put down by Tai Tuivasa pretty bad whenever they had their interim title fight a few years ago. So I definitely think Pereira can hurt him. The thing is that Gon definitely has the speed advantage, and obviously this is his natural weight. He's more comfortable here. Maybe he decides to mix in some wrestling. We'll see, but yeah, I'm very excited for this fight.
I've kind of got a bit of a theory going into this one, and it's that the light heavyweight and the heavyweight division have the same relationship as the featherweight and the lightweight division, which is to say that the more famous fighters are in the heavier weight classes, so lightweight and heavyweight, but the more skilled fighters by far reside in the lower division, so featherweight and light heavyweight. And every time one of those guys jumps up a division, it shows. Like, you're seeing someone who's significantly more skilled than his opposition, despite being like physically outmatched, right? So you have, even though he lost, like Volk coming up to lightweight versus Islam and fighting him closer than anyone's ever, fought him before. I guess minus his early knockout. Then you have like Ilia Topuria coming up, doing what he did to Charles Oliveira. We're about to talk what we think he'll do to Justin Gaethje. You have Max Holloway, doing, making fools out of a lot of the, so-called elite strikers at lightweight. And I mean, you kind of see the same pattern at light heavyweight. Like DC and Jones both moved up and won a belt. And, for whatever we say about Jones, I mean, he thrashed Gon. Like he came off a long layoff and he made Gon look easy. And, as good as Gon looks technically, he definitely passes the eye test. I think that's just him fighting with a bunch of really deficient strikers at heavyweight. And I think he's going to find someone who, has been more than around the block with the best strikers in the world. And I think he's going to fight someone a lot more intelligent than he's used to. And I think he's going to get caught, and I think he's going to get finished.
Yeah, I mean, the scenes would be insane if that happened. Like I said, I sort of have to favor Gon. Like, I'm gonna back Pereira 100%. Like, it's like one of those things. Like, my mind is saying one thing, but my heart's in another. But yeah, I sort of back Gon just purely because of the speed. I mean, like I said, Pereira did look pretty slow. But I will say this, and this is something. Shout out RGF who said this, like a few weeks ago. He mentioned something about how Gon, he somehow always finds a way to lose. Like he's had a few title shots now. The only one he won was against Tai Tuivasa, but he had the fight against Ngannou. He was winning. He won like the first, I think, 2 rounds. In the third round, I don't know where he decided to wrestle against Ngannou, and then Ngannou saw he could just dominate him on the ground. He ended up losing, even though Ngannou had a torn ACL or some ligament. Then obviously, like Nathan said, he got destroyed in the Jones fight. Just like a complete lack of any wrestling at all, especially against someone like John Jones. And then in the Tom Aspinall fight, he looked very good in that first round. You know, it looked like potentially he was going to go on to win that fight. I mean, obviously only one round. You know, it could have gone 1,000 different ways. But I mean, he did look good. But then the eye poke came out of nowhere. It seems like he's just, I don't know, like fate is just not on his side when it comes to title fights. And I mean, I hope, you know, obviously like no hate to Gon or anything. Like I sort of hope that's the case in this fight. Just because it would be really, really cool if we got to see live, you know, at the White House, like MMA history being made. Like 3-division champ would be nuts.
I don't have a lot of faith in Gon either. I'm not, and I don't really have a whole lot to go to like to back that up with. I don't think that the way Gon lost to Jones, that's not gonna happen here. I don't think Poatan is gonna be taking shots, going for the double leg. Not likely to happen. Still, I don't see this going very well for Cyril Gane.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes to like technique for technique, I think Pereira is a better striker. I mean, I think probably by a good bit. I mean, just, you know, decorated kickboxer. I mean, he's a monster at like setting knockout punches up. And obviously, you know, with the power, it just makes it even better. But yeah, I am a bit worried about that speed. Gon likes to, I mean, he moves in and out so quickly. You know, he always does a thing where he's like jumping up and down on his feet, very light. He's like ready to pounce at a moment's notice. That's like the only thing I'm worried about. But I mean, I gotta imagine Pereira had a pretty rigorous camp. You know, they looked at tape study, maybe seen a few of those entries. Gon is hittable. He is hittable. You know, and if Pereira lands on you, that's like one of the last things you want to happen. And yeah, we'll see. I'm really excited for this fight. Like I said, probably the fight I'm most excited about.
Yeah, I would say the same. Let's get to the main event. Lightweight champion Ilia Topuria versus interim champ Justin Gaethje. We did have a note from Kevin in Prescott. I'm going to keep saying Prescott. Deal with it. That he doesn't take it as a foregone conclusion that Topuria is going to win. Whereas I do. I don't see this. Cyril Gane has a lot better of a chance against AP than Justin Gaethje has against Topuria. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when Topuria gets him out.
Yeah. If it was prime Justin, I would maybe feel a bit different. But man, especially with the momentum that Topuria has right now, finished Volkanovski, finished Holloway, brutally finished Oliveira just recently. I mean, you gotta favor Ilia, man. He's just much more of like, you know, whenever we see Gaethje fights, it's like, you know, obviously he's a savage, brutal fighter to go against, but you don't really ever look at Justin Gaethje and imagine an educated striker. You see someone with lethal leg kicks, yes, a lot of power, but maybe not the cleanest striking. And against someone like Ilia Topuria, I mean, he's about as clean as it gets in the UFC. Very educated striking, and I mean, he's good at setting shots up, has nuclear power. We've seen Gaethje slept. You know, he was slept by Max Holloway, who, you know, fought at 145. Even I've got to imagine if Ilia lands, we're going to see something similar. And I think that's probably what we do see Sunday night in the main event. I think Justin Gaethje gets knocked out brutally, probably in the first round. I don't see, you know, barring some like nuclear shot out of nowhere from Justin Gaethje, yeah, I don't really see the outcome being any different. And like we've seen, Ilia even has a chin. He's taken shots from you know, from Charles Oliveira. I mean, he did a step and elbow from Charles Oliveira, and he ate it like it was nothing. So I don't even think that one shot power is there for Gaethje in this fight. Um, but yeah, it's probably why I'm not as excited as I am for like say the co-main event. But I guess it's a fight that I guess sort of has to happen. Like Justin Gaethje has the interim belt. Ilia Topuria can't really move on with another defense until he becomes like undisputed again. So yeah, I mean it sort of has to happen, and he's a star. It makes sense to put him on the White House card. So yeah, I'm not too pressed, but yeah, I don't see this going another way.
I think the way that you would see a Gaethje win here is kind of what you mentioned on the leg kicks, of that being Justin's only strong suit. And I mean, it really is an outside shot, because that his only chance is he's got to tear Ilya's legs up in the first round and a half, and he's got to damage him so severely that Ilya can't cut off the cage like he's used to. Because if he can't cut off the cage and it becomes a range fight, that's a problem, right? He'd be forced to wrestle at that point. And then, which, Ilya supposedly has very good wrestling. That was his original base. And, Gaethje doesn't have great defensive wrestling. He can wrestle, but he's not like elite takedown defense guy. So I think if you're looking for a Gaethje win, I mean, he has to be heavy on the leg kicks from, the first second of the fight. And he's got to try and, just tear him up and not get knocked out. And I just don't think that, I really don't think he's going to be able to do enough to keep Topuria from finding his spots. I think he's going to get chased around. I think he will land. I think it'll be exciting. Should be some really thrilling exchanges, but I think ultimately he's going to get slapped and taken care of.
Yeah. I feel like even like Ilia Topuria, like on top of the speed, the power he has, the educated striking. I mean, he's also just got like good fight IQ, and a good corner as well. I feel like the minute, I mean, they have to know the leg kicks are going to be, a big part of Justin Gaethje's plan. I feel like the minute he starts feeling any pain in that leg, where he feels like he might starting to be compromised, I feel like we're going to see him wrestle, and I would honestly give the wrestling advantage to Ilya as well. I mean, I just don't see a path forward for Justin Gaethje that doesn't involve like hitting the lottery. I just don't see it. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've been proven wrong, a few times, like even here. So we'll see. Maybe we'll eat crow, this time next week. Maybe he gets a USA buff on the White House card that makes him go nuclear.
That is a possibility. I didn't think about it. The home field advantage maybe playing a little part.
Before my country buff.
Oh man, what a card.
Yeah. I'm so hyped. I'm like so glad this is finally here. I'm gonna be getting some food for this. And yeah, definitely gonna be enjoying this. Gonna make a whole day out of it.
God, and it's on Sunday too, so I don't have to choose between going to the boxing event and watching this.
Yeah, well, you go Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
That's the Bam Vargas card. Yeah, man, back to back, you're getting some good sporting events. I mean, this is a huge week for sports. I mean, because I have like, I keep up with like a few sports. I mean, like you said, we've spoken about before, like the NBA finals are on. The World Cup starts this week. I'm not into it too much, but like I know the hockey, NHL finals are on as well. We get UFC White House. I mean, it's a huge week for sports. Really a good time to be a sports fan.
Anything more for Freedom 250? Well, yeah, we're heading into UFC Freedom 250. Parting words.
I mean, this is almost a holiday unto itself. I mean, it's Freedom 250 as in America's 250th, and for whatever differences we have, it's awesome to have a country as great as ours, and I'm glad we get to celebrate it in this small, goofy way here with a UFC fight on the literal White House lawn. But I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna kick back and relax and salute the flag. So
That's right. It's Flag Day.
Yeah, that's another thing we didn't even touch on. But man, DC is gonna be nuts. I mean, there's gonna be a ton of people there. They're gonna have like viewing centers. Like, I mean, obviously there's gonna be fans there that you obviously can't go into the White House to watch, but like in some of the parks, they're gonna set up like viewing centers. Man, that's gonna be huge. There's gonna be a ton of people there. I'm actually looking forward to seeing like how they set it up for the fans. It should look pretty cool.
Yeah, the word was that they're giving like the seats that are on the lawn, that are like in the venue, as it were, like they're going to service members that are stationed nearby. So that's pretty cool. But they had to pass certain height and weight standards. No fatties allowed, apparently.
Yeah. I'm also wondering like who all we see at the White House event. I mean, we're talking about like $1 million tickets. Yeah, I'm curious as to who you see. Like, I know there's gonna be. They already said like a certain amount of them are gonna be tickets for soldiers, but what's it called? Yeah, I'm who do we see? Like, I know like something like Tom Brady was rumored. I gotta imagine we see some like big sports figures at the White House. But yeah, it'll be interesting as well. Like the production, like that we've been seeing, with the claw, the seating, how they set it up. Obviously, like the White House in the back. It's gonna be interesting to see like the production. I'm actually pretty excited about that aspect as well.
This is coming out on June 11th. That's 19 years from when I joined the military. God.
Yeah.
When you say it like that.
I wonder if they'll have any like montage clips from like OG America, like way back in the day, like George Washington. Maybe like I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure they've got some type of video package set up.
There'll be pageantry too. I think like period. Costume.
Gotta do some people. Of that. Yeah. Gotta do some of that. But yeah, it's I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Huge day for MMA.
All right, that's gonna do it for this edition of the Ultimate Effin' Casuals. We'll see you on the other side of Freedom 250.
See ya.
Why should an MMA fan watch boxing? I think we've talked about this before, but this time I'm capturing it.
Well, let me tell you this. What are the best parts about MMA? The striking. All I gotta say, come on, it's the striking of MMA. If you want to watch all that striking, go watch boxing. Your favorite fighters are Ilia Topuria. I mean, Ilia Topuria is one of the most, I would say, efficient strikers in the sport, and people love him for that. If you like Ilia Topuria, you're gonna love Boots Ennis. You're gonna love Virgil Ortiz. You're gonna love Bam. You're gonna love Benavidez. You're gonna go crazy over Benavidez, in fact. If you love that type of style. If you don't like nut hugging, come to boxing. We'll welcome you with open arms.
If you want to hear more about boxing, you want to start getting into it, join us on Boxing B-Sides.